it's your girl, Dr. Nina, and we're getting into those extra hot months here in Houston. And while I don't mind the extra glowy and dewy, shiny look sometimes, I definitely don't want the skin texture changes or the oily grease bucket look. Not cute. Oily skin can come through genetics, diet, climate, or even our stress levels. But it's mainly the result of increased sebum production. This can lead to clogged or enlarged pores. But oily skin babes, we lucky. Why? Because the oil our skin produces keeping us looking younger, longer. But we can all help our skin look a little less greasy by staying with the right products and getting away from the wrong products for our skin type. So today we're going to get into that nice and affordable skincare routine that I use when my skin is more oily and get into those products I love. Now, we not Peter and we not Jesus, so we're not walking on water. And we're definitely not creating any miracles. So if you're having severe issues, make sure you get in to see your doctor, dermatologist, and or your esthetician. Now, all the items that I mentioned today can be found down below in the links and in my Amazon store. Y'all, make sure you also follow me on Instagram and join my free text community. Yes, I have a free text community. You see the number right here. Make sure you join and find out when I go live over on Amazon. I love to have chit chats. I also answer back as many text messages as I can, and I also let you know some of the things that are going on with me. So go ahead and get in there, but let's go ahead and get into it. If you're enjoying the content, I would love to hear from you. So make sure you click like, comment, share, and subscribe, and that's how our community grows and flourishes. And many of you all are telling me you're not getting your notifications. YouTube is tripping, so do your good sis a favor. Go ahead and subscribe, click the like button, also turn on those notifications so that you know whenever I upload. So y'all, when it comes to the oily skinnedness time of the year, when it hits different. And that means I also have to hit different and choose my products wisely. For the most part, I love to mix and match some of the products I love year round, but I still have to pay very close attention to my skin and see what it calls for. So further, I'm also staying away from a lot of products that have alcohol in them, especially direct sources of alcohol, because I don't know about y'all, throw some alcohol on my face and it's becoming literally a acne prone grease magnet and bucket. I can't take it. Further, I'm making sure that I stay away from products that I absolutely love that might accidentally clog my pores. So this is things like the heavy creams and the Vaselines and the cocoa butter, the shea butter, car oil. I'm joking, y'all. Just making sure you listening. No car oil. But for the most part, anything that could accidentally clog my pores, I'm staying away from so that I don't cause a lot of secretions and things that could cause additional acne, which lead to dark marks. So y'all, before we get deep into the skincare routine, something else we have to watch out for is the food that we're putting in our bodies, especially with the times now. It's easy to get stressed out and put a lot of different things in our body, but those can actually add to the oil secretions of our skin. So foods that are dairy, fried, salty, full of alcohol or sugar, yes, sugar, can all cause us extra skin oiliness. I keep a big eye on my sugar intake, and one of the things that have really helped me with this is Magic Spoon, and I'm so happy that they partnered with me to bring you all today's video. But if you're like me, you love cereal at any time of the day, but you avoid it because of the sugar in it. But Magic Spoon is cereal reimagined. Their cereal has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. And they're only 140 calories per serving. Their variety pack comes with 4 delicious flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. They're also keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, low carb, and no GMO. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed up by a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund you your money, run you your cash, no questions asked. Click my link below and use code BabyDol right now for $5 off your order. And let me know down below what flavor you plan to try. So y'all, cleansing for me is the most important part of my process, and I cleanse in the AM and the PM, and I double wash. With this oiliness, I definitely have to wash my face 2 times over anytime I wash it. Also, when my skin is super oily, it calls for salicylic acid. This helps to clear away excess oil and dead skin in order to clear out the buildup in the pores. During these times, I've used the Boscia Clear Complexion Cleanser. Why? Because it's formulated with skin clearing willow bark extract, which is a natural salicylic acid. It gently exfoliates to unclog and purify pores while also clearing blemishes and dark spots and hyperpigmentation without the irritation. And sometimes when I'm having super acne prone oily skin, I like to make sure that I'm using like the Panoxyl, the creamy wash, or the foaming wash. Now these have benzoyl peroxide. Benzoyl peroxide helps to curb oiliness as well as acne breakouts. And the foaming wash has about 10% benzoyl peroxide, while the creamy wash has only about 4%. Keeping in the spirit of that salicylic acid, I like to make sure that I tone with the Eminence Stone Crop Hydrating Mist. Y'all, this stuff is full of salicylic acid, full of it. It's like my favorite part, it just feels so good. It evens skin tone and balances hydration. I probably sprayed way more than I should, but I just love how it feels. It also leaves my skin feeling super hydrated, as well as it's almost like I can feel like my pores doing something good. I don't know what that is, but it's doing really well. And it leaves my skin feeling super smooth and balanced. And I still have a healthy glow. So y'all, I've mentioned that I love to treat my skin, and y'all have seen me treat my skin a lot with a lot of different serums. And I've learned that there's a method to the madness though. So if you have oily, more acne prone skin, it might be better that through your day, if you use something like a benzoyl peroxide or like something with sulfur in it, which can help to keep oil secretion at bay as well as reduce those acne breakouts. So, y'all have seen me use True Skin Vitamin C Serum over my body for several years now, and I love it not only because of the hyaluronic acid and vitamin E, but it also has a compound of MSM within it. MSM is a naturally occurring compound of sulfur. This acts as an anti-inflammatory, so it keeps the skin from producing or overproducing that oil, which could cause those acne breakouts and inflammation. But I'm not using this right now because I tend to use it through the day and it's nighttime, so I'm switching over to the retinoids or retinol, which has been my best friend lately. Retinoids reduce sebum, increase cellular turnover, and also help to reduce pigmentation or that hyperpigmentation in the skin. So I love as an eye cream my Rock Retinol Correction Eye Cream. Been using this for years. Y'all, I'm clearly going to use this until it all starts to fall out, because actually there's a hole in it right now. But I use this one at night. I stopped using retinol during the day. I try to isolate it at night. I do suggest that if you're going to try to use it, check in with your doctor and also do a skin test, because it can be quite strong over time. It is a derivative of vitamin A, and I do love what it does for the skin. I don't use a whole lot of retinol all the time or every night. At one time it was a little too strong for my skin, so I had to use it maybe once every 2 nights. So you got to kind of give your skin some time and watch what it's doing. So I love that stuff because it really does impact the hydration around my eyes and keeps them younger and firmer. Now, I also love this Rock Retinol Correction Line Smoothing Daily Serum because it helps to smooth out the skin. I find that my skin looks more taut, my pores look good, and they're not as huge. I'm okay with larger pores, I'm fine with that, but especially with the oily skin, that tends to define them. So this does keep me looking a little smoother and taut. And I just actually, I should have shaken that up, but I shake that up a little bit and I put that on, and y'all, this just feels heavenly, nice, and not super rich on the skin. Of course, don't touch it, drop it to your face. Y'all ain't finna get on my head. I'm not trying to make anything be contaminated. We got enough contamination. But I just make sure I rub that in really nicely and smoothly. Don't get too close to your eyes on that. You already have, if you're using the retinol eye cream, you don't need too much there. And I just make sure that goes on, even on the under part of my neck as well. Y'all, Look at my skin. Nice and glowy and dewy, but not super shiny. And I also like this one because it's a time release formula. So it's going to be releasing over 12 hours. So while I'm asleep, my skin has that cellular turnover. Y'all, I also love the True Skin Retinol, which is a nice pure form of retinol. It has retinol, but also vitamin E and hyaluronic acid. The retinol is at 2.5%. This one pretty much does the same thing. I like to add this after or with my creams if I want to, but it's a nice different form of it, if you will. The other one is more of a corrector. This one adds that true retinol to the skin, helping to keep those pores tight and keep that skin nice and producing what it should. The other thing is that this one is formulated for sensitive skin and it's cruelty free. And finally, as a form of retinoid, I also love Differin Gel as a spot treatment. What I love about this is that I can just use it directly on any bumps or blemishes that I have and put that on for overnight. And what it does is it helps to treat the area that's inflamed from acne. So this one has been a great spot treater if you're having some acne breakouts. I normally just add it to that area and I have seen very good results. Some people say it dries them out a lot, but it doesn't cause me to dry out or to peel. Now, I will say when I first started using it, I did see a little peeling, but if I do have a blemish, like I do have a small one right now, you can't even really see it. That's because I've been using this every night. I literally just take my finger, clearly I'm almost out of this, and I refuse to not use everything within this. And so I just literally dab it on like so. You don't need a lot and you don't need it all over your face. At least that's how I use it. And I've seen people use it all over their face. I wouldn't. So that's what I do. And good night. That's what I do. So that's what I do. And after that, I'm able to be done with spot treatment. So y'all don't get it twisted. I do moisturize by day and by night. A common misconception of those with oily skin is that we don't need to moisturize because we're already oily. Not true. You could be causing your skin hell because you're depriving it of moisture, causing it to up the game on the oil production. We don't want that. So what I try to do is make sure that I use and choose wisely when it comes to my moisturizers. So I try to use something that's non-comedogenic or that will not clog my pores, also lightweight, oil-free, and also has a water base to it, if you will. So one of the ones that I love to use is the CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. It has a broad spectrum 30 SPF in it, so it does have sunscreen protector in it. I also love that it has three different ceramides and hyaluronic acid in it as well. So the ceramides are going to help to cool and calm the skin. It also is non-comedogenic and oil-free, which is great. And it also helps us to maintain the natural skin barrier. So that's always awesome too. By night, I have to go a little bit different though. So where's my nighttime? By night, I love to use this Aveeno Positively Radiant. Y'all saw me use this years ago. It's an intensive night cream and it's made to really moisturize. You can feel the water within it. It's oil-free as well and more water-based. And it helps to revive dull skin that has dark marks on it. So it helps with that hyperpigmentation. With this one, I noticed that I never have to use a whole lot and I love using it across all areas of my face and my neck because we can't have a nice tight looking face and a neck that don't match. That's just not what we into. That's not what we doing. So I like to make sure that I go at this by making sure I'm rubbing upwards and giving my skin the love that it needs. Y'all, this stuff smells so good without being overpowering. Y'all know I'm weird about the smells of my products, and this one always passed the test. And the great thing is, it's such a drugstore product. It's just so worth it. Feels so good without making me super oily, but it does give me a nice, I don't need a whole lot. Gives me a nice amount of moisture and feels very natural. So, that girl looking good. She glowing, okay? So definitely two great ones to make sure that you have on hand if you got that oily skin, okay? Try it out. You will not be disappointed. So something else that I do as an oily girl is I make sure that I sun protect daily. I do not play around. I was introduced to this wonderful sunscreen by my girl Taj Mahali over on YouTube. Love her. Wonderful esthetician. Was introduced to her by one of my best friends, Dr. Jelena Austin, and she did my face. Yes, she did. But what I learned was about Unseen Sunscreen. It's a 40 SPF. It's water resistant and sweat resistant for up to 40 minutes. What I love about it though, for us oily people, is this one is mattifying, honey. Yes, it is. So I didn't want to put this on before I go to bed, but I'm at least gonna show y'all what it do. A lot of people use this as a primer. It works as a primer. So people actually put this on just because it mattifies really nicely and it goes well under makeup, creating a nice base. You can almost feel it filling in those pores and giving you a nice foundation to your skin. I love this stuff because you're not going to get the white cast. It's clear and mattifying, like I said, like a primer. So you're not going to look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. And while I'm talking about that, I also like to mix and match others. I have others that I'm going to introduce to you all, but I also love the Black Girl Sunscreen, which is a 30 SPF. It's infused with jojoba and avocado, but this one's water resistant up to 80 minutes and it does not have the white cast either. So it's made for melanated skin tones that don't want to have that Casper cast, okay? So you're looking good, feeling good, and I love to use this across my body. Good stuff. So just some side notes and things to try if you would like is, one of the things is that I enjoy making sure that I do mask at least once or twice a week. And right now I've been rocking with this Sand and Sky Australian Pink Clay Pore Refining Mask. It detoxifies and it brightens the skin. And also what I notice is that it balances my skin and my oil as well. After I use it, I find that I'm less oily even throughout the day. And so when I've used it, it gives my skin just a new boost without giving it so much enrichment in oil, but it keeps the moisture within. I make it a practice to wash my face right after any workout because of the sweat and the buildup, which can cause excess secretions of that oil as well because of the skin trying to overcompensate because of the sweat pulling out the moisture. So I like to make sure that within a few, especially within the hour, I try to wash my face after coming from working out. When I'm having some extra oiliness, I like to make sure that I'm balancing my skin by adding in another exfoliation step outside of my exfoliating wash. I like to make sure that I use my Body Mary glycolic acid wash. Glycolic acid is great for oil balance and also acne prone skin. And the great thing is that it also prevents the plugging and the clogging of pores naturally with the glycolic acid. And finally, I like to carry oil blotting papers. Like y'all, seriously, I like to use these little papers. These ones are by Boscia and they're green tea blotting linens. They really do help to balance the skin. I'm just showing y'all how it pulls skin and not pulls skin, but it pulls out a lot of the shininess and it mattifies the skin. So you're not left with so much oiliness. The great thing about these two is as it treats the skin, it also can be used when you have your makeup. I've used this even when I've had makeup on my face. It does not mess up or move my makeup, but it somehow sucks out a lot of the oil. So that's what it looks like when you've collected all the oil from this bad boy. But I love how this thing just really does pull a lot of the oil from the skin without pulling out all the moisture, so I don't feel dried out. But also I like these because they're infused with tea tree oil, so they're going to keep your skin nice, balanced, and keep that hydration in. So I hope y'all have enjoyed today's video. If you have oily skin, be patient with your skin and also love on it, because we're also blessed to have this oiliness. It does keep us young. It keeps us youthful, at least for a bit longer. So make sure that you praise the heavens for your amazing oily skin. But make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. Also make sure you visit my Amazon store and join me for my Amazon lives as they come up, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace. Just so you know, I did it. I finished the mentorship membership for you guys and it's now live. Check the links down below to learn more about it, but it is full of courses, expert information, webinars, masterclasses, and everything with yours truly. So I'm so excited about this. This is my project, my baby, and I would love to share it with you. So make sure you check it out and join today. check the links in the description for my free new Dr. Nina's Mentorship Facebook group, which is a group of like-minded individuals looking to progress, grow, and support one another along the way. The Now That's Life podcast is about to go into season 2, so I suggest you go ahead and subscribe to the podcast on all your major podcasting platforms. All descriptions and links for that and my free supernatural video course are found below. Thanks so much for all the love and support over on my new website. If you haven't already, go ahead and check it out and join me for new ways to interact with me, giveaways and prizes, weekly emails, as well as my free 8-day supernatural video course, which is free when you sign up.